Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colón Sr. This is the EC Show coming to you from sunny South Florida. Joining me, as always, my right-hand man, Mr. Swagger McDougan's About That Life, Joseph Buto. This is fully an EJ production. EJ's in the background shooting us. Uncle Andy's also with us today. He just smacked up on some tacos with us. We actually went to go pick him up. Shout out to El Union Bakery over there in Cold Springs. They are fire. But we had to tell him to hold the greens. And the reason why we had to tell him to hold the greens, because this show is sponsored by Katie Power Greens, which is actually our microgreens company that myself, David, and his kids and my kids own. We had an open farm this weekend. It was absolutely amazing. It's amazing when you can tell these establishments, man, I don't need your lettuce. I don't need none of that stuff. I got my own. Don't worry about it. It's good.
Those tacos were amazing.
Tacos were smacked. They literally slapped.
Got
like,
the cilantro.
You're still killing the cookies in the place.
He tried taking it back before we started recording. I was like, no, you're going to leave this here for a second.
So, just to let you guys know, once again, this is fresh off the press, brand new. It's literally out today. Brand new EC merch. We got the white and navy and red. I'm over here in black and neon hats. We got the snapbacks with the mesh, the trucker hats, you name it. We're covering all bases. These are extremely aerodynamic.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely. Pickleball certified, right?
Yep.
Completely. Now, we haven't done a show in a minute. And the reason why we haven't done a show in a minute is because everybody's been on vacation. Technically, David is almost like still on vacation.
Yeah.
He's just on like an extended vacation.
Extended
He'll be ready for the next show. But tell us about your trip. We'll tell him a little bit about my trip and how what we had to go through.
Kind of cross paths. Yeah, I landed in Punta Cana as you were leaving. I sent a picture of me outside of a Punta Cana bus that was taking us to our hotel. And Born sent a picture back of him and EJ about to get on a plane and come home. So I was like, Phew.
But even getting there was an adventure. Cause even getting there for me and my wife, because we were picking up EJ from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
For me and my wife in Inasia, we were mid-air because we had to stop in Puerto Rico. So we were mid-air, and when we were about to land in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, they told us that there was a hole in the runway.
Oh, that's always good to hear when you're in the plane.
And we couldn't land. So they were like, "Yo, we're gonna turn around and we're gonna go to San Juan," and everybody on the plane got pissed. So then 20 minutes later, they were like, no, we're going to go land in Punta Cana instead. So everybody was okay that we were landing in Punta Cana, but they were still upset because we're 2.5 hours away from our destinations.
You didn't even tell me. How did you end up getting...
Well, the airline, it's always, this has happened to me before. The airline is responsible for getting you to your destination.
Yeah.
So they have to cover your ground transportation.
That was the last conversation we had. I still don't know how you got there.
Yeah, so basically the airline had to cover my ground transportation. I'm still battling with the airline because technically... It's me, Inasia, and Wendy. So it's 3 seats. But the problem is it's one reservation. So they're claiming that they gave us enough money to cover the reservation for all of us to travel.
Which they didn't.
No, of course not. Because, I mean, it's like $145-ish, so it's like short $45 or whatever it may be. But they gave you $100, but still, that's not good enough. Yeah, of course.
One time that happened to me and my pops, we landed in Tampa on an emergency landing. And... they had Greyhound buses set up, but there were so many people on this flight. It was a big fucking flight. Me and my dad were coming back from New York. And all these fucking people are scrambling. People are fucking going ballistic in this fucking airport. I'm like, and I'm a different type of person when this shit happens. Like, screaming is not gonna like, it's gonna get you fucking nowhere. You can yell at that guy's face as much as you fucking want.
And nothing's gonna change.
And on the inside, he's going... I'm getting paid to be here. I'm clocking out in 3 hours, and your ass will still be sitting in this goddamn airport.
Very true.
So I'm not that type of guy. So I kind of fell back. Me and my dad both fell back. We're the type of guys. All right, we're gonna sit here. At the time, I was drinking too. So I was at the bar getting drinks. I was like, they're gonna let us know when something's up. So they ended up telling us the ground transportation, and it's going by seat numbers, all this shit by bus, how they come in. It could have took up to 6 to 7 hours. We looked into booking another flight from Tampa to down by us. There was no flights for 9 hours.
Yeah, so
it was like the next one was literally 9 hours into that night. And this couple that my dad ended up talking to and waiting for our luggage to come out had said that they rented a van and they were driving to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So...
almost on something like that fucking John Candy movie when John Candy...
Exactly, yeah. When John Candy in Home Alone, he took... Oh, you're talking about that time?
That was one of them, yeah, where she took the whole family
with the banjo, with the polka group.
Yeah.
So long story short.
That's Home Alone 1 or 2. It was 2, right?
That was 2, yeah. So, long story short, we ended up hopping in with this couple that we didn't even know. And
that's awkward.
It was kind of awkward. Yeah, they were from... They had accents. They were from like England or something. So they were very curious about us. We were curious. My dad was curious about them. So I tried to fucking knock it out. I was like, so I'm fucking riding with strangers. I'm trying to knock the fuck out. But that's how we got our ground transportation to get home. We ended up riding with them. They brought us all the way home, and then they went to Fort Lauderdale. We told them what restaurants to go to, and it was nice. They were cool people.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You could get this at EnasiaColon.com. That's ENASIACOLON.com. I forgot
You shouted out the merch.
Yeah, but I forgot to shout out the website. Okay. I forgot. I'm rusty. We haven't done this in almost 3 weeks.
All right, so whatever. Long story short, that's how the fuck we got home. But the DR was fantastic.
Oh, and listen, the DR is different, and I'm gonna tell you why the DR is different. You could get whatever the fuck you want in DR. The problem is you have to Cash App. What's her name?
Marie St. Franc. I'm gonna fucking show you.
Yo, dude, everything. You can get anything you want.
Anything you want.
Anything you want. You just have to Cash App this specific person.
Marie St. Franc.
Marie St. Franc. Because they all go through Marie St. Franc to get Marie St. Franc.
There's the Cash App right there.
Jesus.
She got me good. But
anything.
She's the bank. She's the bank. So these guys are on the beach selling. This guy, my dad's buying a monkey, by the way. We'll talk about it. Met a monkey on the beach. Name's Diego. Cool as fuck. I'll show you pictures. Dave, I'll send you the pictures to plug in. This monkey was obsessed with my dad, and then me too. Like maybe it's the voice. I don't know.
How do you buy a monkey? What are you, Michael Jackson?
No, listen. My dad was fucking dead ass serious. My dad was trying to buy that guy's monkey, and the guy's like, his name's Diego. It's my boy. It's my moneymaker. I can't sell him. And like every time me or my dad held Diego, he would go to the owner and he'd back it up like this, like he didn't want to go to him. And then finally he would jump on it, but like he would get on me and I was like petting his head. Melania was getting her hair braided, and right now we're outside the resort, just throwing it up out there.
Right.
Because the lady, they
couldn't. I saw that they wouldn't allow the lady on the resort to braid her hair.
Yeah, so you know me, I like a little bit of confrontation every once in a while. So I was like, I'm staying at this resort, and I don't want my daughter getting her hair braided in the fucking sun, dude. I was like, we're all the way at the end of the property, and this palm tree is making a nice fucking shade here. Can she sit right here? I was like, we're so far from everybody. I was like, can't do it. I was like, it's fucked up, man. I don't really like it. I was like, I won't be filing a complaint. She's like, come on, just come on this side. So now we walk around this fence, and it's literally like going from Beverly Hills to fucking Crenshaw.
No, of course, dude.
So literally, I'm not fucking around. I'm not fucking around with you. On the other side of this fence, which was a barbed wire fence, mind you, that you could just walk right around. Now we're sitting up on this hill. She fucking goes into the little cut, has these little styrofoam boxes, lays them out. Now we're all sitting there chilling, and my boy Andy, funny story about Andy, coincidentally you're here. This guy Andy, I'm gonna tell you the story about him. He ended up being the plug, and we didn't find out till the last day, and he had the best shit and the best prices. And he was fucking with us every day. I'm like, Andy, why wouldn't you fucking tell me? So we're on the other side of the fence now, and this is where all the beach people that sell the shit on the beach and sell all their fucking shit, this is where they all hang out.
Right.
I look over and there's like 14 of them fucking smoking a blunt, drinking beers in a nice shaded area. So now I'm sitting there with them hanging out over there on the gangster side. We're just chilling. And the guy comes up with Diego and literally like nothing. He's like, Joe, brother, what's up? I'm like, what's up? He's like, here, hold Diego. And he just threw Diego on my lap.
Diego's the monkey.
The monkey, yeah. And he went and sat down and had a beer with his boys. And I'm sitting there just chilling with the monkey. And my dad's like, he didn't charge you to take pictures again, did he? I go, no, he didn't charge me to take pictures. We're homies now. We're family now.
Right.
So yeah, guy chilled with the monkey the whole time she was getting her hair braided. The monkey was jumping on Melania while she was getting her hair braided.
Right.
And my dad couldn't stop thinking about this monkey, how obsessed he was with the monkey. Even when we got to dinner, he goes, I'm buying a fucking monkey. He goes, I'm buying a fucking monkey.
What is the monkey's name going to be if he buys it?
He doesn't know yet.
He hasn't figured it out.
Chibella was like, you should name him Diego. He goes, no, I'm not stealing Diego's name. He goes, that wouldn't be right. He's like, we're going to come up with a name for him. So Rob's at dinner. Now we're at dinner, legitimately looking up monkeys.
Monkeys?
Yeah.
While they're sitting at dinner. In Buto,
me, my dad, and my brother, and we're showing each other which monkeys, and so...
Knowing your family, I'm surprised you guys didn't try to figure out a way to smuggle a monkey back from
tried, my dad, originally that's what I said. My dad tried buying him first. He's like, I'll give you 10 grand for the monkey. And the guy's like, no, I can't do that. I can't sell just my boy.
He gave the monkey away for 10 grand.
Nah, bro, you think so? You know how much he was charging? When he first walked up, he was like $20 a kid.
So that's how it works. It's in money
per
making.
picture.
Yeah.
And he's not taking the picture.
Yeah.
You get to take your own picture on your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting you no professional printouts.
That was it like when we had dinner on the beach once.
Yeah. So this guy makes him a fuck ton of money, but he makes Maurice St. Frank a lot of money too.
Yeah, he does.
Maurice St. Frank is cashing out on everybody's business. No matter. I was like, wait. And it got to the point where the girls got like bracelets or something on like the third day. And I was like, how much is it, boss? And then I haggled my price down. I got him way down, way cheap. He ended up giving them free necklaces also. I go, I got to pay Maurice St. Frank. He goes, you got it. And I'm like, fucking crazy. Bro, I went on my excursion on the side-by-side to the cenote. Alright, I gotta pay $100 deposit. Maurice St. Frank. Maurice St. Frank. I'm like, damn, she got her hands and everything.
She got shit
and
on
I asked Andy straight up, I go, is it legal what she's doing with the cash app? He goes, oh no, hell no. Wide open about it. Oh, no, hell no.
No. Definitely not illegal.
No.
Definitely. DR is different though. DR is way different.
Yeah, so we've been to the Nickelodeon in Mexico.
Right. I remember you said that.
For the eye appeal, it's gonna be Mexico just because it's brand new.
Right.
The rooms, my dad's like, the rooms are way better. This morning, me and my brother looked at each other like, fucking idiot, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, did your room look any different from the other one? He's like, no.
Right.
My dad's like, there's 23 years difference. I go, well, I couldn't fucking tell because the room is identical.
Right.
The service is so much better because the people in the DR are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They're just such nice,
People.
hospitable people, and they're fucking appreciate everything. They're just all cool ass people.
Where were you?
He was in Punta Cana. He was on the opposite side. That's where he was.
Yeah, but
I almost got smuggled for all the money I had.
bro, no, don't get me wrong. Them dudes on the beach and some of the guys that me and Rob had to go meet, they're from fucking that side.
So
of town.
I mean, but the thing is, EJ was.
But they were still nice as fuck.
EJ was in a different walk of life, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to give a shout out to Mago. Mago, your academy was absolutely amazing. Capitan, you guys did an amazing job of housing EJ. Like, EJ was at an academy with,
I seen it.
with literally, I promise you, it's all the boys, bunk beds. Like, it's a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? But just like anything else, you know, you're a foreigner, they gotta test you, you know? So EJ got tested or whatever to make sure he can hold his own, this, that, and third, whatever. We get back, and when I get back, I promised the boys, I was like, yo, we're gonna take you guys shopping. Like, meaning, like, we're gonna give you money, go grocery shopping, get you stuff. We ended up getting them, like, 2 weeks worth of, they were extremely thankful. We brought them EC merch that we had left over from different things, and some IMG stuff that Inasia had that she no longer fits that these kids can wear because they're younger. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So they were all thankful and appreciative and stuff like that. But yo, there's some fucking monsters up there, dude. I went to go use the bathroom, right? And there was a little incident where EJ, something went missing or whatever it may be. And I've never seen this kid before. So supposedly he's a kid that comes to the facility only on the weekends. He's signed by the Marlins. He's big as shit, whatever, this and third. I don't want to say his name because whatever. But I go to the bathroom. He's sitting in the corner, and you would have thought like a fucking corpse came out the ground and came up. He was like, "Excuse me," but he says it in Spanish, obviously. "I'm sorry, I'm the one that took EJ stuff." This kid is 6'5". This kid is like yay big, and I'm sitting there saying to him in Spanish because it sounds better in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like if you would have took my shit, I would have broke your legs or I'd have punched you in your face. I might not won the fight, but I would have did it just because I needed to set precedent.
Yeah.
That,
what the fuck's going on?
What the fuck's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
They'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. Like whatever, you know what I mean? But obviously, you know, everything was good, everything was straight. They're all brothers, this, that, and third. They did an amazing job over there. He's gonna end up going back. I just don't know when he's gonna end up going back. Unfortunately, he can't go back right away because of scheduling issues on their end, not on mine, but he's going to go back.
That's cool. That's cool.
Real good time.
I'm glad you had a good time. So yeah, we had a great time.
Then I ended up seeing a buddy of mine. Listen to this shit. Funny story. Shout out to Smoke Dro, who's actually in Spain right now. He ended up going to DR. He does music, and he wanted to shoot a dope ass video out in DR because you can do that out in DR, and it's 3 times cheaper than doing it here.
Hell yeah.
So coincidentally, and I don't know why this happened, all of his stories popped up on my Instagram like 18 hours later. So he's already been in DR for 18 hours. And I had no fucking idea.
No idea.
So when I finally seen him, I'm like, yo, you in DR? He's like, yeah, I'm in DR. I'm like, yo, I'm here. I sent him my location. He's like, yo, that's like 25 minutes from me. I'm like, yo, come through, whatever. So we chop it up, we chilled, this, that, and third. We went to go get something to eat, had a good time, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But he showed me how much it is to shoot a video on a yacht, rent a jet ski, have women come. Like, it was ridiculously cheap. I'm like, yo, dude, that's like a weekend at DD's over in freaking in Pompano. Like, that's nothing.
Yeah, no, everything's real cheap out there.
Talking about shooting at 8K, 4K. I'm like, they're charging you how much? And you're getting a boat?
It's actually a smart idea. You get some vacation out of it. gets to do all that shit for the cheap. Come back, and he's got all his content. He's got everything.
Oh, 100%.
Shout out to you. That was a great idea.
Yeah, Smoke Joe's smart as hell. Shout out to him, and go check him out on Instagram if you want to. But
yeah, the trips were great. The trip was great.
The trip was good.
Kids loved it. Like I said, the people there were best.
The funniest thing is we both get back from our trips, right? So I'm already here, and he's getting back. And the first thing we went to go do, play pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
No, I swear to everything.
Play pickleball.
Andy,
First thing we went to go do was play pickleball.
He landed at 12 p.m. Me and my dad were at lunch. My dad calls him. He's like, "We booking courts for tonight." I was like, "Yo, what? Like, you don't want to take you want to get home? You want to take a nap?"
I napped on the plane specifically for that. I even told my wife on the way home when we were in the Sprinter. I said, "Listen, dropping these fucking bags, and I'm going to play fucking pickleball." And my wife don't play about like getting her shit organized when we get back from a trip. She don't play about getting organized to go on the trip. She's very precise. Bro, by the time I left to go play pickleball, the outfit that I wore on the plane to come home was already clean, folded in my fucking laundry. all of our, that's like, she's like, anything airport or anything we used at a fucking hotel or anything goes fucking right in the wash right away. Like immediately. And she keeps all that shit separate even when we're on vacation. So we have one of the big bags ends up being the big bag of dirty laundry. That's put to the side. I was like, I'm just letting you know. I'm going to fucking pickle.
Yeah, of course. Yo, you got that itch. You got to feed it.
Bro,
you know?
and the merch was in. I was like, I got to see the fucking merch.
Oh, shout out to. As a matter of fact, let me show that real quick. Hold on 1 second. So,
yeah.
I was gonna do a little switcheroo in a little bit, but we won't do the switcheroo. We'll just do it right now since he mentioned it. This is no strings attached. This is a apparel, pickleball apparel that Joe and Jordan and Anthony and Mike own. And I was happy and glad to be a part of this because I collabed with them a little bit. I gave them some advice, helped them out with where they should get it, what they should do with it, and stuff like that. People ask me this shit all the time. I get asked this all the time. People be like, yo, why you be helping, like, you know, somebody that might be, like, kind of, like, competitor to what you do or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I want to see him win and succeed just as much as I want to see myself win and succeed.
And I want to see him succeed also.
There's no... Like, what he eats don't make me shit. There's no competition here.
No.
None.
And there's so many fucking people
Yeah.
in the world.
Right.
I mean, are we targeting the same demographic? Yes and no.
So what?
Anybody, yeah. Everybody wants a dry fit.
Yeah.
Whether
of course.
I mean, some people like it just to do their gardening. Some people like it for sports. Some like it for just being out in the sun. They're SPF fucking 50 plus. You know what I mean?
Like, I really did have somebody ask me. They were like, yo, like, you helping him, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, but why? And I'm like, why not?
Why not?
like why? That's my team.
People
Like,
ask me all the time. It's like, do you own EC?
you be like, yeah. I'm a global ambassador.
Like, do you own? Like, is that your? Can you explain to me what it is? Because that's all you and your wife wear is EC. And I'm like, it's a buddy of mine. And then I go right down the whole list. I'm like, it's his initials, his son's initials, his daughter's initials. His daughter's a collegiate athlete, plays on the fucking U.S. Puerto Rico team. Son's an upcoming baseball player. I'm like, and a family brother to me. Oh, speaking on that, EJ asked how I know Andy Love when I walked in. He goes, "You know my uncle?" I said, "I've known your uncle longer than you before you
knew
you
before you was swimming in my nuts." That's what he knows.
I just did the story about how he was him and Domino's.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
No, listen. He's whooped my ass too. He's whooped my ass too. This man.
We taught them. It's a true story. We taught them how to play. They did not know how to play dominoes.
This man 4 times in a row.
They did not.
He never told you about that.
We taught them how to play, and then. True story, they played so much, because, I mean, obviously they hang out longer than us. They 3, 4 in the morning, we gotta go to work, you know what I'm saying? They smoking weed, they doing different things, so they drinking, they just playing nonstop.
It got to a point.
It's just basically like this, but the way he is with pickleball, that's how he was with dominoes back then.
Yeah.
They would play it all the time.
When I beat him 4 times, I smacked the crap out of him.
I'm talking, there was days where I played probably 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And like, I'd be drinking, smoking, we're playing, and like, we're 6 hours in, and like, I've done probably fucking a million times. I would look at everybody and go, I could play this shit for 24 hours. like, I was so addicted to the game.
About to, like,
yo, they got so good. Andy can elaborate this, because the last time I said this, Andy wasn't here, but they got so good to where we played them one night, and I'm looking at Andy, and I'm like, Andy, how the fuck are we losing to them? And Andy's like, yo, dude, there's nothing I could do.
Bro, it got scary to a point where like I could tell you the last 4 dominoes in your hand, but you got the 4, 5, 3, 1. Just from what you were chasing, it got like so. It took up too much of my brain at that point. Jesus. But now we geared it. Now we're doing pickleball, man.
Every time Joe's sport or something IQ goes up, the in life IQ goes a little bit down.
Yeah, whatever. I'm at the point in my life now. Like, if I meet somebody, like, do you play pickleball? Like, no, I don't think I can fit you in my life. Like,
we can't see each other anymore.
You don't bring up that. You don't play pickleball. I don't think I can squeeze you in. I got too many friends that don't play pickleball. I don't think I have room for another one. I need more pickleball.
I got so much on my plate coming up. I got so many things I got to take care of. Wendy and EJ, want to go see in Asia at the end of the month. They're gonna go watch games, but I'm at a point where I'm so busy with everything that I'm doing. I'm trying to decide when, like, strategically, to say when I can go, because the thing is, I could send Wendy and EJ to go watch her, right? Because they're going for, like, recreational purposes, to relax, see in Asia.
You're gonna go and be coach dad.
I gotta go
stress the fuck out.
But not even that. I gotta go for those reasons, and then I gotta go for work, because I gotta get work done with everybody that's in the Arizona team. So shout out to them, Logan, Rafa, Vicky, all of those, Steve, everybody that's on that side. So when I end up going over there, yes, I end up seeing my daughter, but
it's more of a work trip.
It's a work trip. It's still, I'm in the office. I'm sitting in the office. My wife is like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing?" FaceTime me. I'm like, "I'm in the office." Like, yeah. I mean, I'm working. Like,
she's at the pool.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm working.
She got the umbrella in the drink.
No, it might be different work, but I'm working still. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to figure out when is it gonna make sense. And on top of that, it's like, okay, do I go on a week where they only have 1 game so I can get a lot more work done, or do I go on a weekend where they have 2 games and then it minimizes the amount of time? Because you got to work everybody, and it's not easy. You got to work everybody into the schedule, make sure that the timings is right and stuff like that. So that's what ends up happening. But we're looking forward to watching her play this season.
Absolutely.
She has to kill it. She knows better, or she's gonna have bread and water when she gets home.
She's gonna sleep on the floor.
She's gonna have bread and water when she gets home. When she sleep on the floor.
She's gonna sleep on the wood slabs.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
He's got a big sleep on the floor.
So last night, for some reason, I don't know what the fuck happened. I could not sleep for nothing. Like, I couldn't go to sleep.
And you were so fucking tired. You were talking about.
But I don't know what the fuck happened. I could not go to sleep.
Did you get a second wind?
No, I don't know what happened. I got a text message from a guy that I know, and it was about somebody that was not feeling too good and sick, and he was just giving me an update. So I guess maybe that kind of woke me up, and then I just couldn't go back to sleep.
That shit happens to me too. My brain will turn back on for something, and then it's just like.
So I was up. I ended up staying up. Till 5 in the morning. I was watching fucking, and this is the first one I watched the whole time. I watched USA women play Portugal at fucking 3 in the morning until 5 in the morning. I watched the whole game. So it was 0-0. The USA women didn't play well. Portugal deserved better. But at the end of the game, one of the former USA women, Carly Lloyd, who's phenomenal, amazing player, said something that, in my opinion, I think she's entitled to say. She's earned that right to say that, right? She said that the U.S. women have gotten to a point where what they get from winning matters more than actual winning.
Okay.
So you understand?
Yeah.
So what they're getting from an attention standpoint or off the field standpoint, a notoriety. Yes. So the stuff that's coming from winning is more important than the actual process to win. I have no problem with her saying that.
No.
She's entitled to her opinion.
Absolutely. Like, everyone's entitled to their fucking opinion. The problem is, it's something that we've talked about a million times on the show. Everybody is too fucking sensitive.
Or, if you don't fucking want to hear it, don't fucking play bad.
Exactly. Or even the people that are gonna like come out and just like devil's advocate all this shit, like they have nothing better to do with their lives than to do this.
Prove her wrong.
I know, that's what it's
if she's sitting there saying that you guys are more interested in, and mind you, I'll be the first to raise my hand. The U.S. did not deserve a draw yesterday. They deserved to lose. Portugal was way fucking better, which is sad to say, because we're the number 1 fucking women's team in the world.
That should have been
period. Should have been 3, 4, 5 nothing game. Period. Portugal deserved to win and had an opportunity to bounce off the post.
They're also very comfortable. They think that they could just skate by any team.
But for me, if you don't want to hear her say that and you don't want her to be right, then prove her wrong by doing it on the field. It's that simple.
Yeah. It's just the whole U.S. women's team. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna take nothing from them. I have 3 daughters. I'm a girl dad. I'm women empowerment all day, but they got all fucking. I feel like they lost focus of the game once they
political stuff.
The political stuff, the LGBTQHYZ. I can never fucking
Shim her
him we trans whatever fucking.
Yo, did you see? I gotta send it to you, and hopefully freaking Dave can plug it into this.
Oh, you can plug it in.
The late great comic, I forgot his name. I apologize because you deserve better. This is the second time I've done that before already. Apologizes to a comic because I can't remember his name. He was shouting out, "Why in God's green earth do gay people have to steal everything?" He goes, "They stole the rainbow." He's like, "I didn't get a fucking email or nothing saying whether or not they can take the rainbow."
I seen another good one of a guy golfing, and he's like, "Listen, you got a Pride Month. It's fine. Pride Month is good. Just stop putting it in people's faces." He goes, "I'm out here on the golf course trying to enjoy a day of golf, and I look up in the sky, and they got a rainbow out here in the sky on the golf course." He goes, "You know how much fucking money they had to spend to probably put that rainbow up there?" He goes, "You don't got to keep putting it in our face." It was great. The video was fucking great because I did not see that coming at all. He literally pans the camera to a rainbow in the sky.
So listen, here's the thing, right? And not to get too personal, because Joe knows people that are homosexual.
My cousin Baby D, we talked about it on the show.
I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad he said it. I was gonna say it. And there's people that I know.
D, she's gonna be really fucking mind boggled because her car's on my dad's driveway and she left it parked and blocking the garage, and I had to move one of the cars out for the Xfinity guy to get in the attic.
Okay.
But her car was blocking it. So I was like, "Dad, you got the keys?" He's like, "Nah, she took the fucking keys with her at your Aunt Linda's house." I was like, "Is the car unlocked?" He goes, "Yeah." Grabbed the fucking screwdriver, went in the car, popped open the shift lock override, jammed the fucking screwdriver in there, put that bitch in neutral. Me and the Xfinity guy pushed the car back like 15 feet, got back in, put it back in park, put the plug back on, shut the door. She's gonna go pick up her car, and that motherfucker's like 15 feet from where she parked it, and the steering wheel was on, so it's turned at a funny angle. She's gonna be like, "How the fuck y'all move my car?" But hey,
well, we all know gay people and gay people in the community, so we're not sitting there taking any shots at them whatsoever.
No, my cousin's gay. I got a gay uncle. He does gay shit. It's fine.
It's fine. No one is hurting anybody's feelings here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I still call everyone a faggot.
We called him like 2 days ago.
I literally say faggot like 30 times a day.
Yeah, because it doesn't. What people think it means, it doesn't mean.
No, when I was growing up, everybody was a faggot.
Yeah.
Parents were faggots. It's like, "Yo, you coming outside of your parents being faggots?"
Yeah.
Like,
it's
you know what I'm saying?
It
was a word back then. Then they wanted,
then
they wanted to start being called fucking fags.
The problem is,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so now everyone's a fucking faggot.
Even in Spanish, right? I'll give you an example, right? Andy and EJ. The word diablo. Diablo is devil, right? But in Spanish, diablo can mean anything. So, like, for example, if the food is bussin', you're saying, "Ay, diablo," that's good. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
or you see a good-looking woman that walks by, you're like, "Ay, diablo." Like, she looks good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in Spanish, one word can mean a multitude of things. So
Whoa,
I'll give you
what about Italian?
No, but I'm going to give you another example. Women will have a tendency, especially in Spanish culture, right? That they'll call each other by names, but they mean it in the most infatuating way as possible. So they'll be like, "Mira, flaca," or "gorda." They'll say "gorda," and they're calling the girl fat, right?
Yeah.
And the girl is skinny as shit, but they're calling her fat. Or they'll be like, "Oh, puta, tú eres un puta," like my puta, like my bitch, like yeah, my bitch.
Yeah.
But she's a homegirl, like, you know what I'm saying? So it means it in a very like affectionate way. You know what I'm saying? But like if somebody sees it, "Oh, don't be calling me this, don't be calling me that." Spanish people, we don't see it like that. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I seen a funny video of Italian.
Stop being half a fag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one cares.
Oh
like,
my god, my dad, half a fag was like my dad's go-to for a while.
Now it's imbecile. Everybody's an imbecile. Everybody's an imbecile.
Or blubbering idiot.
Blubbering idiot.
He loves that one. He goes, "What are you, a fucking blubbering idiot?"
Yo, by the way, at Giabella's party, I was pouring ice, and one of it fell out. He was like, "You imbecile!" I was like, "That's one piece." You're yelling at me.
He calls me and Robin imbecile 30 times a day. He called me and Robin imbecile 14 times just today.
By the way, just to let you know, during the break, I had that cookie. That shit was banging.
Oh my god.
That cookie was made by a Mexican goddess.
Yeah, even the crumbs are gone.
That shit was absolutely delicious.
Yo, I told you, it's like a sugar cookie with just fucking 8,000 chocolate chips in it.
So we played pickleball with they call it the Jew Crew. That's their you know, their WhatsApp chat name.
No,
right?
it's not. That's what I call it.
Oh, that's what you call them.
Yeah.
So it's
because I mean, like, bro, you got Lindsay Weingarten, Susan.
Go black.
Yo, there's Levine, Schumacher's, like, bro, Kaufman's, bro, any Lindenberg, Freiberg.
So the crazy part about it, Jake Friedman, right? That's Jake Friedman. Sorry, Jake Friedman, who's our friend.
We call him Feingold.
We call him Feingold. He's our friend. And Jack, what's Jack's last name?
I don't know. It's not. He doesn't have a Jewy last name.
But anyway,
he's definitely.
They're both close, and Jack is a lot older. Jack has just discovered our podcast, like just discovered it, and he goes, "You guys are fucking hilarious. Like you guys are." Fucking
Meanwhile, I think Jack is fucking. Bro, I call Jack all the time. He is one of the coolest fucking people I ever met. And he's just so fucking funny, man. And like, as soon as I got there, he had brought other people that play in the older crew. So the Jew crew is just what I call them. It's a Cypress Head crew. It's all people that live in Cypress Head. But it's a majority all Jewish people that are in the chat. I think I'm the only, like, one of the three. And one of the other ones.
Except Fred and Izzy.
Fred and Izzy, they're Muslim. And
that's crazy because in America it works.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure and Una is from Ireland.
Yeah, right.
So that's really, other than that, everyone else is Jewish. So I just call it the Jew crew. It's just, it's fitting. And so Jack came out with some of the Jew crew. And the second I got there, he looked at me with these devil eyes. He goes, "Put your playlist on. I already got it all set up." So Jack always wants me to play my ghetto hip-hop playlist when all the other older people are around. Because Jack don't give a fuck. He's about whatever. And so he had the charger in the speaker all ready set up for me to connect, but I brought my own speaker, which is a lot louder, and he goes, "Put it on this side, put it on this side." So I put it on, but mine's got the magnet, sticks on anything metal, so I put it on the light pole next to their court, and I just let that shit rip. The first song on was fucking Plies. They got a real good taste of Florida real quick. And they were looking around like...
One of the funniest instances when we first met them, true story, I kid you not. So Jake Feingold is playing with us, and Jack is there, and then everybody's trying to figure out whether they know each other in some way, shape, or form. Or
Jack
whatever.
Always, because Jack is very curious.
Trying to figure out, how do I know you? Do I know maybe a family member? Where did you live? Where did you go to school? Whatever, this, that, third. So Jake and Jack start talking.
Right.
Turns out they fucking know each other like their whole fucking lives.
But listen.
My dad was the coach.
But the funniest part of how they figured it out is when Jack goes, "You probably know my daughter." Mm-hmm. And Jake goes, "What's her name?" And he says her name. He goes, "Of course!
Of course I know your daughter."
So wait a second. So Joe and I were like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, we didn't know. I was like, wait. When he said of course, like, wait, we say of course. It's like, you know that girl? Of course I know that girl. Our whole crew knows that girl.
The whole squad knows that girl.
But that's not what Jake meant. Of course I know her. You met her at the fucking Shabbat.
But we bust Jake balls all the time over it because the way he made it seem like that.
Oh yeah, I had that short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way.
That shit was so funny, yo.
Bag that. That's the way it sounded. That's the way me and Brett sang.
Jake.
Watch your mouth.
But Jack is
I
great,
want you to go home alive.
I gotta show you this video. Rachel's phone was fucking recording. We didn't even know it was fucking recording. And it was on her lap, and we're having a conversation with Jack. It's literally just me, Jack, Lori, and Rach. And we're literally in the parking lot. We're talking about, like, his fucked up neighbor and my fucked up neighbor.
Oh, the one with the 8.1 inch ficus or something like that, the tree or whatever.
Yeah. They keep making it's a peeping Tom too. It's like looks at Jack naked in the jacuzzi and shit.
What?
Yeah, he told me another story about this guy. That I was like, that's it, Jack, right there. He's like, what? I was like, I would have fucking killed him. I'll give you a short version of the story. Him and his wife not together. She's picking up the kids. She runs back into the house. She forgot something. Kids are still in the car. The fucking weirdo neighbor gets in the driver's seat with her kids. No. And she comes out of the house and she's like, "Gary, get out of the car." His name's Gary, by the way. If I knew his last name, I'd put him on blast, cocksucker. "Get out of the car, Gary. I don't have time. We're running late." He shuts the car off, gets out of the car with the car keys, and puts them down his pants. in front of his ex-wife.
He wouldn't be alive.
His ex-wife and kids. Yeah. Rachel's going, don't fucking tell him. Don't tell Joe his name. Don't tell him his address in here, because Joe will fucking go to his house. If Joe sees him, because I was like, that's it. I was like, you let that slide. He goes, I know. I was trying to handle it, and I didn't want to fucking go to jail. I was like, oh, I would have went to jail. I would have got lawyered up. And then I would have been like, he put the fucking keys down his fucking crotch in front of my fucking daughters and my wife. Yes, I went and fucking. I go. Listen, I probably wouldn't have killed him, but the bare minimum, he's getting pistol whipped. Bare minimum.
He would have got beaten, and we would have called him.
He's losing some teeth. He's losing.
Fuck you fucking faggot.
Fucking put my fucking car in. My friend's gonna take two tough. My friend slipped on. Oh man. But yeah, so he's like, I got a letter in my car right now that I haven't even opened yet. I'm scared. So long story short, we went out to the car, and he's like, we'll open it together. Come on, Jack, we'll open it together. He goes, it's gonna be about my fucking Aurora palms that I hung up. He had to put Aurora palms. He's like, they're beautiful palms, but they fucking keep fucking my Aurora palms. They have such privacy. So we break the letter. First of all, we pull the letter out. And he hands it to me. It's a certified letter. I'm like, all right, didn't mean business, bro. It's a certified letter. We rip it open.
Andrew, how much does a certified letter cost, buddy?
About 4 something.
So they paid 4 something just to make sure you got it.
So yeah, I was like, bro, this is gonna be a fucking complaint. Yeah, it's not just no, because at first he played. He goes, did you get a letter from Cypress Head about any renovations coming up or anything? Because they just started the renovations. I go, no. He goes, I knew that was a complaint in my mailbox. So we're ripping the letter open. And I go to read it, and he's like, it's fucking Aurora Palms, isn't it? I go, you got to change your mailbox, dog. He goes, what? I love my mailbox. I'm like, do you have one of the old wooden ones, like from back in the day in here? He goes, yes. He goes, and now I got these beautiful vines growing up it, and they wanted to replace his mailbox. And I was like, bro, this is a fucking final notice. I was like, it's certified letter. He goes, well, there was another letter that I knew was a complaint. I didn't open it. I just thought it was the Aurora Palms.
That's too
So
funny,
now he's going to fight his case on August 21st at 7 o'clock in front of the board to keep his wooden shit. But I had the whole thing, and he's going, no, I'm not doing it. I love my mailbox.
Man's about to get arrested, and he doesn't even...
Yo, I don't know how this happened the other day, and it slipped my mind, and EJ was with me. We were going to go play pickle with you guys that same night, and the guy at the gate was a different guy that I normally see.
God.
And this guy knew who the fuck I was, but like he misplaced like why I was.
Bro,
like,
so you're a
like he was
barber?
like, excuse me. He's like, aren't you a barber? I was like, I've never seen this fucking man in my life. Like, yeah, I am a barber, but I've never seen you before. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, you used to come in here and cut hair, like, right? And I was like, no, but how the fuck did you know that? Like give me the lotto numbers if the fuck you know that shit.
Yo,
like,
Joe, it was so random, bro. Literally, my dad, he says, he fakes it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I've never fucking been here in my life.
I mean, maybe twice at my house, maybe 3 times at my house.
to cut hair?
Yeah, you've cut me up at the crib before.
No.
You've cut me up at my house before, in my kitchen.
No.
Not that the security would know about that, but yes, you have.
Oh my god. When was this?
Maybe they say
It was a long
Emilio
time
the
ago.
barber when they go in. Maybe like people behind in front of you be like, Emilio the barber's behind me, let me in with him.
No, he's on the list.
Yeah.
They don't
Before
call
he
me
was
when
on
you
the
guys
list.
come in. No, he's been on the list for a long time. Yeah, no, you came to my crib and cut me one time. It was a fucking it was an emergency situation. I forgot what it was. Like it was like a last minute late. It was at night too. Forgot what it was.
You sure?
Positive, 100%.
Dude, I haven't done a fucking house call in God knows how many years.
I mean, I've been in my house 7 years. It was definitely a long time ago. I don't know when. But nothing that the security guard would be like, you're a barber!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How you doing?
It was crazy.
I mean,
Trying to touch up my own receding hairline?
I mean, did you fucking have a set of clippers around your neck and not know it?
No, I didn't.
Walk around with the chain. Hey man, what's going on here?
And his switchblade out, his fucking free blades. Like, yeah, what's going on? I'm going Buto.
No, I didn't have any of that. No, I didn't have any of that.
That's a funny thing, though. I don't know. Can't explain it. It doesn't even say, like, your name on the thing and then barber.
Nah, I
Doesn't even
can't.
say nothing.
I can't even explain
Can't
it.
call it.
No, but no, we had a lot of fun in DR. We have a lot of fun pickling here. We have a lot of fun creating. We're even gonna create more content. We're gonna create more stuff. We're gonna create more merch.
Yo, in the comments too, man. A few people that watch the videos that like to watch them.
Yeah, they watch them, but they just don't say anything.
Well, if you want to fucking throw us a topic, we're happy to touch on it.
The problem is
No matter what it is,
they'll hit
dang
you
it.
after. They always do it after. It's even the same thing with the open farms. Like, so the open farms that I have with the microgreens, everybody will hit me after we post. Like, oh, let me know when the next one is. I let you know when everyone is. Like, I tell you all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we say it on here. Click, like, subscribe, and comment on everything. Like, the interaction helps out so much. People will literally DM me. Oh, this part was funny in the show. I'm like, say that in the comments.
Yeah, that's in the comments.
Like, say that in the comments. Like, comment on it and say it, because then the person will sit there.
Although YouTube does have to make an easier process to comment on videos, because when I go to go write a comment sometimes, if I'm not on my laptop, I'm on like a different one of my computers, or like my work computer, it'll say log in, and then you got to log into like a Gmail account or something. It just makes it so much more complicated. Just let me just fucking type my fucking comment.
You know what's the crazy part about it? The crazy part about it is we shoot like anywhere between 40-something minutes or whatever. I think the shortest one we ever did was like 20-something minutes. But we shoot with like 40 minutes, like an hour of content here during this whole time. Our fucking shorts get more fucking views than anything else.
A lot of people like shorts, man. My daughter literally...
I might as well just sit here in front of this camera and just speak to that shit for 10 seconds and just do a bunch of those all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
We should have the camera just set up permanently. Like, I'll fucking drive you. If I get something to say, I'll just sit at like the confession couch, like on challenges, on the challenge show, like where they go in the room, no camera. It's just like, all right, man, I just gotta get this off my fucking chest. Like, listen, man, everyone's pissing me the fuck off today. I just got cut off pulling in this motherfucker, and then just make it short, real quick. Boom, boom, boom.
No, that's it. I mean, because I think there's a couple of shorts.
Our shorts are funny because like. People don't have to watch the whole show to get a glimpse of like the funny shit, but it makes people be like, all right, maybe I should watch this show. It is pretty funny.
But here's the key question. The key question is are you tuning in because of the shorts, or are you tuning in because you have a general interest of what's going on the show?
Yeah.
See, so here's the thing. I had a conversation the other day, and your wife, Rachel, sent me a whole bunch of stuff. She always does this. She sends me a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to using AI with social media, with content creation, to make the process easier, which is cool. I'm down for that. Yeah. But the issue and the problem is that bigger companies nowadays want real organic engagement. Yeah. They want real organic engagement.
Me personally too though. Like even on anything that I do, like I want to build it organically. Yeah. Like I don't want to just buy like followers or buy an account that's already established or buy a YouTube channel that already has 100,000 subscribers. Because people do sell them. They build them and sell them. It is a great business. Don't get me wrong. Like,
shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. I mean, we've talked about this on the show too. The kids that get paid for building up people's gaming accounts. Mm-hmm. You know, the Saudi guys are paying $100,000 to a kid to sit there and play a game on his iPhone to get him to a certain level, and then he paid him for that account. But
we're not knocking the hustle.
No, not knocking the hustle at all. But I always would want to build something organically because then you know it's true.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? It's you.
You're getting me.
Yeah, you're getting me, and the people that are watching like what you're putting out because they wouldn't be watching it if they weren't. Right. So organically is always the best way to go.
Like I've had this conversation.
The AI is crazy though because I had a meeting today. I was in 2 meetings today, and both meetings AI generated leads were brought up in both meetings.
But that's to me it's nuts because here's the thing, right? There's going to be like some of it's going to work amazing, but there's going to be so much of a drop off eventually. Like right now at the present moment, they're saying that ChatGPT at the present moment will not answer a math question correctly anymore, whereas before, like 97% of the time it would give you the same correct answer. Now it's giving you that answer maybe 2% of the time and coming up with a reason on why it doesn't need to give you the answer. So it's becoming intelligent enough to know, like, motherfucker, stop asking me this shit.
Yeah, you're asking me to cheat.
Yeah, pretty much, almost in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So if you really think about it, what's going to happen...
I've never even played with it, but I heard it's a lot of fun.
I mean, it can be useful because...
Like, if you go on there right now and be like, what's the perfect way to kill somebody and hide the body?
Jesus Yo, bro, Christ. What are you on, bro?
I want...
Jesus, dude.
You trying to find that man that put the keys on his
get it, of course.
Because it does answer any question. That, what would they be?
But that sounds like the stupidity when the guy does that on Google and then he actually commits the crime and then they go through his Google search history.
Yeah, how to bury a body. Where can I get a sharp shovel?
It's like, how stupid could you be?
Yeah, I know. Google search. I'm just saying, I don't know because I never fucked with the thing before.
Right.
I got a couple ideas in my head, bro. I've seen every episode of First 48. I think I mapped out how I would do it if I had to do it.
I think I got a text message.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I will. I want to kill. It's on my bucket list to kill somebody before I die, but not. Like,
you shut the fuck up!
Not a good Samaritan, tax-paying Samaritan.
Oh, you're gonna go to the army and kill a terrorist?
Like if they put a fucking child molester on their knees, behind their hands behind their back, in front of me, facing me, Would I have a problem shooting that guy point blank, period, right in the face? Absolutely not.
Joe! I understand that, Joe.
Women and children.
Joe, I understand that.
People like that gotta go.
But we're not judging
just
execution.
gonna watch
That's
this
not our jobs, Joe.
Bro, his wife's
Tell
gonna
that,
watch this
tell that to the
episode.
Boondock Saints. I'm a fucking vigilante. I'm a vigilante out in these streets.
Oh my
Tell
god.
Tell it to fucking Batman.
Batman is fictional.
Tell it to fucking Tony Stark.
Bruce Wayne and Tony
Yo,
Stark.
these are fake. You actually think about committing crimes.
They're fucking
Jesus
out here fighting
Christ.
crimes for the good of
So let me find out
Get
go
the
to your house.
parents started.
You got a fucking bat cave in your house that we don't know about?
He does actually.
Like, honestly, move all the clothes out the way. It's just rifle.
All these fucking billionaires in this world, I don't see them, none of them with a Batmobile or some shit like that.
No, you don't see it because they hide it.
Like the body, like the
You know,
body.
and you know where they hide it? In their fucking underground bunkers that are already built.
Yeah.
When
You
shit
got a
is-
bunker?
I don't see why people
I
make,
know people that got a bunker.
I don't see why people are making a big deal about this whole situation about aliens being revealed. Homie, we knew
We knew that shit.
Bro, how we going from
I knew that. I
somebody-
knew that shit before fucking Men in Black came out.
We knew that shit. I mean, in all honesty, the truth, you
How'd
really,
they make you
you
honest?
really want to know about aliens? You really want to know about aliens? Just go ask them to open up Area 51.
I was just gonna say that's
just
been
go.
over 50 years.
Just go open it.
And if you want to know about real aliens, they're outside of Home Depot at 5:30 a.m. jumping in the back of a pickup truck 10 deep.
To get work.
And workers. Now, yo, those are the best workers ever, by the way.
Dude.
You get what you pay for out there.
It's-
They're like $20 an hour, Bobby. Yo, you get a worker.
It's insane
You get a
what
worker
they built or what they can build
in a
It's
day.
just less than a day.
Yo, Joe,
Yeah,
there's this thing by our house.
those buildings went up fast too. By the way.
No. There's a thing by our house that literally in 3 months they built like 4 apartment buildings, townhouses, community
depends
house.
on the people if they look the other way or not. Depends on what kind of relationship you have with certain people. And
Yeah, I mean, some people out there on hourly are gonna milk that shit, get that OT in.
so, like for example, where I'm from in Puerto Rico, like when my dad passed away, they sold a piece of land, and my uncle's son, my cousin, built a home on it. He built the home in 5 months, like that quick.
Whole crib.
Yeah, like whole crib, like everything. Why? Because you're in the middle of the country. No one's coming out to do inspections. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's on your
Oh,
property.
yeah, you tried doing that in Florida. It's like, oh, your dog.
So,
Your
like, for
door is
example,
1 centimeter too tall.
You know how the
Red tape.
rainwater comes down the chute or whatever it may be? He literally has like a PVC pipe that hangs off of like the side of the corner because he's like kind of like elevated. Hangs off the side of the corner and just drips down to the side of the sidewalk and it goes down the hill. You can't do that here.
No.
There's no way you can't do that here.
You can't do. My dad is the best with these type of projects because he asks for 0% permission anytime he does anything. He was doing fucking 7 different things at his house. The fucking HOA came and goes, you can't even be doing any of this. Like, you need permits for everything you're doing. This is wrong. You can't do that. That's the wrong color. And he literally said, fuck you to pretty much everything they said.
Right.
Like, he's like, I'm not stopping. He sent everyone home that day. And, except for the pool guys, the ones that were redoing the pool. He goes, you guys ain't fucking leaving. This is getting done. This pool's getting done. They can fucking suck my dick. Da-da-da. He went nuts. But like the rocks and shit, when we were doing the landscaping at his house.
Right. Yo, that is a fun. And you have to say,
Why does the park go?
I call them the Italian Mexicans every time I see them doing fucking yard work.
Oh, I call it 3 Idiots Landscaping. My dad actually
mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes again. The mosquitoes. And he was saying some shit. He was sitting on the golf cart when we just did mine and Rob's house. It's always funny because I always tell him, like, I get this fucking shit end of the stick because you and him always got a lot of fucking work at your houses, and my house doesn't require shit. And he goes, you do it because it's your family, you cocksucker.
How about the funniest?
I'm like, I know, that's why I'm here to help you.
How about the funniest shit?
I know I'm getting a shit deal, but I'm still here to help.
His nephew, RB3, which is Rob's son,
Oh,
comes
man.
along and he's being like a little, you know, being a little annoying little nephew, whatever. This. Tell him the story.
Bro, what? Which one?
The one where you kicked.
When I
Kicked him across.
Oh yeah, I kick him across the. Even Shawnee today, like when he says hello to me, it's in a physical manner. That's it. That's nothing. That's nothing. When I go to my brother's house, I was telling the story at the business meeting I was in today.
Stay fucking up,
If I
Joe.
see something that's gonna hurt me, I move it before he finds it. I swear to God, I'll stack like 7 weapons on the pool table in my brother's house just so he doesn't even look at it. Because if he sees it,
He's gonna hit him
he
with
looks
it.
at me. Meanwhile, he's my best friend. Everything. Now he just calls me uncle now. Uncle. I'm like, nephew. But the way he says hello is, he fucking hits. Like, Joey came to my brother's house before we went to lunch, and Joey stayed in his car, because Rob was just running and changing, we were going to lunch, and they're like, oh, who's in that car? And I'm like, Uncle Joey's in the car. So he's like, oh, I want to go say hi to him. Rob's like, me too. They run off. I didn't even. Little Frankie looks at me and she's like, I'm staying with Uncle Jojo. I was like, that's right. Robert comes back. He goes, I punched him in the stomach and I kicked him in the shin. I was like, you said you were going to say hello to him, bro. And he comes back and tells me the whole war story. But yeah, he's a violent little guy.
Jesus Christ.
He's a violent little guy. Castellano too, man. She's a maniac. My dad was asking me, he's like, oh, you gonna have another kid? I was like, it's really tough to decide right now.
Dude.
I'm like, listen, man. I'm like,
don't do it.
Like,
reconsider.
Like,
read some literature.
I'm like, Cassiana's really testing me right now. I don't think I want to go through this again. She's a fucking handful. She listens to me like a motherfucker. Don't get me wrong, but the amount of energy that is packed into this child who doesn't sleep as much as she should, it's beyond me. I'm like, oh man. I was like, oh, she fucking didn't fall asleep till fucking midnight. I'm good. She's gonna sleep in 7:30. Bam. What's up? Let's go. And then no nap the whole day. Falls asleep 8 o'clock early. I'm like, oh, nice early night. She wakes up at 2 a.m. Now she's up till 6. She's all over the place with her sleep schedule.
Yo, I took care of her and Melania once. She punched me in my nuts by accident. I was over here.
Oh yeah, she's swinging. And we all got these Buto hands. They're heavy, man. So like little baby Rob, man, in the DR, he got me right in the stomach when I wasn't looking, and he fucking legit knocked the wind out of me.
Yo, speaking of that,
I literally lost air.
I saw the video of your sister. She posted the video of Tommy breaking the chair.
Oh my god! Oh, so there's a whole better part of that.
David, I promise you we will get this so we can clip it in.
So the first Nickelodeon, I'm gonna make this story short because the episodes are running. I don't want to run out of time. We went to Nickelodeon in Mexico. That's what we were comparing it to earlier, and the restaurants were visually better. Food not so much.
Tommy's huge, by the way.
Tommy's massive. Tommy weighs about fucking 220. I don't even know, maybe even more. Fucking probably 6'1".
He's fucking
sheer fucking Iron Man Thor fucking body.
He's basically the trophy that you give to the winner when they win the fucking
sports contest. Yeah. So my cousin Baby Joe's the polar opposite. He's a fat shit. Right. So in Mexico, we're at dinner and Baby Joe's fat ass breaks a chair, just sitting in the motherfucker. Damn. And he just goes collapse on the floor, and we got it on film because we were filming how nice this restaurant was. There's animations on the table, like a guy drags over a cow and like cuts it, and like then puts it on the plate, and it's your steak, and then like literally like when you pick up your plate, your steak's actually really there. But it was cool. So my cousin breaks the chair, falls on the floor in front of everybody. Just, well, not everybody.
So Tommy's just like.
So no, this is the best part. One that she clipped the actual conversation on that video.
Sorry.
That was 2 days before that chair broke.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin Baby Joe, as a joke, say, did anybody break a chair yet? Like as a joke, because he broke a chair at the last one. Right. So unplanned, anything, we're at this fucking Nickelodeon party. My sister's boyfriend's getting into the song, dancing, up and down, up and down. All of a sudden the chair just snaps. And he hits the deck and just keeps dancing on the floor. And it was great.
So insert here, Giabella's face is literally...
Oh my God. So we texted my cousin Joe immediately and go, Tommy broke a fucking chair! Tommy broke the fucking chair! And he's like really broke it? Like it wasn't planned? I'm like, bro, you're gonna see the video. It was not planned, and it was just so fucking great. And then a little later that night, it was like probably 11 o'clock, they were shutting down the village, and it was just me and Rob out there. Oh no, baby Robert was with us too. And I don't know who broke it, but we broke a bench. A whole piece of wood of the bench came off. My brother's drunk walking around with the piece of wood trying to find somebody to tell him. He finally got the guy's attention. He goes, yeah, there he goes right here. But I don't know if him or Robert broke it. So I took a picture of my brother holding it. And I go, all right, Joe, we got it now. Rob took out a bench. But I think it might have been Army 3 who actually broke it. No. As soon as he got it in his hand, I was like, Rob, grab that thing. As soon as he seen me, it would have been whack. He's got a good swing now. He just started learning T-ball and shit.
So make sure you guys click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Remember, get all your merch at EnasiaColón.com. That's ENASIACOLON.com. The show is sponsored by Katie Power Greens, our urban microgreen farm.
We got No Strings Attached PB on Instagram. Yes, that's also the
absolutely.
website. Website is not live yet because we are waiting on...
It's under construction.
Well, I'm waiting on the final logo. I'm revamping the logo
It's
a little
under
bit. So once
construction.
that, we're going live on the website.
We'll be wearing that in our pickleball. We'll have pickleball content. We'll
Lot
be
of
wearing
cool
Sir,
shit.
I got a question. What are the shameless plugs for today?
Shameless
Shameless
plugs. Shameless plugs is El Union Bakery for them dope ass tacos and that crack ass cookies. For sure. El Union Bakery over there in Coral Springs, definitely them. That was slap. Stanley like usual. Avion Water,
Rolex,
Apple,
Rolex,
Nike,
Sony.
Appreciate you guys.